Cut it out. Jesus Christ, Benjamin. Here, Benny, here. You can play with this for now, and then I'll help you with your homework afterwards. Only one person answered. Sweet. That person got it right, but let's go over it anyways. I'm curious to see who that person was. All right, so they want to know arc length. Are they giving you a radius or a diameter? Somebody,
Radius.
yeah, thank you. Somebody needs to unmute, and people need to show their cameras. I can't see Jeanette. I can't. Hey, there's Emitzi. Emitzi, ¿estás en la escuela?
Sí.
Encienda la cámara so I can see my classroom. So get that radius and stick a pi next to it. Okay, now because it's a radius, what am I gonna put on the bottom of the fraction? A ti te encantan los techos.
180.
Yeah, 180. And then what's the arc measure?
315.
315. What's the biggest number I can divide 315 and 180 by? It's a very common number we've seen in the last couple of days when it comes to degree measure.
$45.
Very good. 45. I think I know who got this one right. So if you divide this by 45, you get, don't tell me, I think it's 7. If you divide this, what? By 45?
Oh, I did. Oh, no, I put 316 instead of 315.
7, and this is 4. But then the 14 can be, and the 4 can both be divided by 2. So this becomes a 2, and this becomes a 7. So
Okay.
7 times 7 is 49 over 2. And the pi goes next to it, really, but it's hard to write like this in math print, so you can put the pi on the top next to the 49. It should be 49 pi over 2. And let's see, I'm going to guess that Jeanette got this right because she's been the one getting these right for the last couple of days. Let's see. Ooh, Mikhail proved me wrong. Good job, Mikhail. Good, man. I like it. Where were you on that one, Jeanette? You made me look bad. All right. Calculate area of the sector. Sector area. Sector area. Area de sector. Emitzi, cara, no techo. All right. All right, one person got it right. Only 2 people answered. That's even more concerning. Let's see. So sector area. With sector area, we know we're going to divide by 360. Okay. The arc measure here is 45. On the fraction, sorry, not the fraction. On the, you know that we're going to attach something to a pi, just like we do with arc length. But then to try to maybe make it easier for you, try to save you a step, we know that we're going to get that radius. It has to be a radius, though. And what are you going to do with the radius? ¿Qué se hace con el radio?
Square it.
You square it. Good. So it's just 121. These can be divided by 45. This becomes a 1. This becomes an 8, I believe. 121 and 8 can't be divided, so you just end up with 121 pi over 8. If they wanted it exact, that's where it would stay. But since they wanted, it looks like they want it rounded, we're going to have to put that into the calculator, which only one person had time to do. Let's see that calculator. 121 times pi equals divided by, oh man, was it 2? No, what was on the bottom? 8? No, it was an 8. It was an 8.
Eight.
It was an 8. 45.5. They have 40. They might have used like a 3.14 something else for pi. This is the only one that it could be. There's nothing else that's even close to 45.5. Can you guys see my calculator on your screen? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah.
You can't see my calculator on the screen? You can't see that?
I
Too
said
loud.
yes. Oh.
All right. And let's see. Oh, Mikhail. I think it's going to be one of those days. Mikhail's taking control. Hey. Hey. This one looks just like the ones we've had in class. All right, only one person. Maybe that's Mikhail again. This is sector area, so 315 over 360, because the sector area is always over. And Minty, what are you doing? Like, if you're in class right now, how are you covering? Oh, because you pointed it down now? ¿Dónde está la cámara? Hey. Times, what are you going to do with that radius?
Square it.
So 64, and then put a pi next to it. If you divide these by 45, this becomes a 7, this becomes an 8. The 8 and the 64 can be divided by 8, so that's 8 and that's 1. So basically everything on the bottom canceled, so you're just left with this 7 and this 8 on top, along with the pi. 7 times 8 is 56, and then pi. If more of you guys start getting these right, I don't have to go over every single one. 56 pi, was that Mikhail again? Oh, here comes Jeanette. All right. And Mitzi, if the mouse is not working, move to another desk. ¿Qué pasa con el mouse? The only one person has answered this? Arc length, ACD. All right, okay, that's not bad. It shut me up. That's good. Okay, they highlighted this purple part for you. How many degrees are there? How many degrees are in purple? If the rest of the circle is 35.
325.
325, good. Over, because it's a radius they're giving you, it's 180, because this is arc length. And then 3 pi. Alright, you can reduce what you want here. Let's get crazy here. Let's reduce this 3 with the 180. This becomes a 60 then. If you divide them both by 3. What's the biggest number I can divide 3, 25, and 60 by? Is it? No, it's not gonna be 15. It might just be 5. If you can do it in steps, if I do this by 5, this becomes 12. Well, 325 divided by 5 is that 65? So that would be just 65 pi over 12. And that was the answer. All right, here comes Mohammed. Here comes Esme too. All right, sector area. What is the area of that sector? Benjamin, go sit on the couch. Go sit on the couch. All right, only 2 people answered this one, and they both got it wrong. Let's take a look and see why. It looks like the answer is gonna end up being rounded. So we're gonna have to round at the end. This is sector area, so I know I'm dividing by 360. What do I have to do with the radius? What I gotta do is square it, so 64 pi. 20 and 360 both end in 0. 2 and 36 can both be divided by 2. So that gives me 18. So like if I were to rewrite it now, it'd be 1 times 64 pi, which is 64 pi over 18. But you would know. Now, really, if you put that in your calculator, you would get it because we're rounding. So like you can round now if you want, but I also know that we need practice with reducing. So what's the biggest number that I can reduce 64 and 18 by? Should just be 2. And me too, you're going to be playing with that mouse all period, huh? It's like you've never seen a mouse before. Let's take a look-see on the calculator. 32 times pi equals divided by 9. That gives me 11.17. I know there's no 11.17 there exactly, but there's only one answer that it could be. It's probably just because they used a different number for pi. You know, I wish sometimes these things are more specific and they tell you what to use for pi, but there's nothing else it could be. It's the 11.16. Any questions there? Ryan, any questions? Did Ryan finally join the game? Yeah, nobody got that one right. Okay. Arc length. These are the ones we've been working on the longest. What is the arc length there? Hey, Minty, is that a calculator or is that a mouse? Because now I'm confused. Oh, it looks like a calculator now. ¿Tú estás parada o algo? Like, how is the camera so far under you? Are you standing up?
Estoy usando mi teléfono.
¿O tú estás usando tu teléfono?
Sí.
Oh. All right, pretty good. Pretty good, not bad. Oh, look at that. I was gonna just go over it briefly, but I hit the wrong button. All right, let's just move on to the next one. Sector area. This looks just like some of the ones we did yesterday. Sector area. And it's exact. No rounding. Benjamin, just sit down. Relax. Ryan, are you there? Can I at least hear you? I don't know if you're playing or not, but can I at least hear you to make sure you're there? Ooh, ouch, this is a rough one. So maybe we're still struggling with sector area. See, this one shouldn't be too easy because the numbers look like nice little round numbers. The arc measures 60. What do you divide by on sector area?
360.
360. Ryan, last chance before I change you to absent. I need to hear you. And then what am I going to do with the 10?
Square it.
Square it. Yep. So 100 pi. Looks like there's a bunch of zeros. Oh, not a bunch, but I can cancel out these zeros. 6 over 36 becomes 1 over 6. So 1 over 6 times 100 pi just becomes 100 pi over 6. Can that be reduced anymore? Can I divide that by anything else?
Did you say, Mr. Ron?
I got you, man. I was looking for you because I haven't seen you. I don't know if you joined the Kahoot or not, and I haven't heard from you, so I was just checking up on you.
All right.
What's the biggest number I can divide 106 by? Ryan, you can answer that too while you're here. What's the biggest number you can divide 106 by?
2?
Yeah, you're right. It is 2. So 50 and 3. So we end up with just 50 pi over 3. Fact machine. And that's what that says. 50 pi over 3. One person got that. Ooh, Christian. Making moves. Find the area, shaded sector. All right, the last time we got a sector problem, we all got it wrong. So, shaded sector. Christian, sorry to interrupt. Can you tell all the people there from the religion class that to fill out that attendance link that's on the board that I asked you to fill out also for advisement?
Yeah, hold up.
I think those are the kids behind you. I don't know if they might even be able to hear me. Yeah, just finish this poem first. Ooh, one person. All right. Let's see here. Oh man, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. I'm gonna move on. Christian, just tell them now. Tell them to fill out the link. It's on the board.
Should I tell the sub or?
Tell them. Tell them. It's me. They can look at the screen. I'm on the screen right now.
Oh, wait, what do I tell them?
You're shy. Just tell them to fill out the link on the board, the one that you were supposed to fill out that didn't fill out, but that you're gonna fill out.
Okay. Y'all guys mind to fill out the form for the attendance? The teacher just asked me.
Tell Irma she's in charge.
Yeah.
You're afraid of Irma? No, I'd be afraid of Irma too. All right, next question. Sorry about that. I was gonna go over that one, but I clicked the wrong button. Okay, find the radius. Ooh la la. This one's gonna be a little tricky.
I don't have enough time to answer it because I don't have my calculator. So
you didn't go to the calculator store?
I know. I just keep forgetting it.
Oh man! So you gotta write it on your forehead.
Whenever I finish the problem.
Yeah. Why don't you use the calculator on the computer? You know that Windows has calculators too.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I have to type it in, and it takes longer. So whenever I finish the problem, the Kahoot answer thing the time has already ran out.
Well, you gotta try to speed it up then.
I'm trying so bad.
Speed it up. Everybody has the same amount of time. All right. So here they're asking you for the radius. They're giving you an arc length, which that makes this an arc length problem. So now, but I have to write an equation. So I'm going to say 3 pi, which is the arc length, is equal to, here's my fraction, here's that. The radius is what I'm looking for, so I'm going to attach a pi next to it. Because it's a radius arc length problem, what am I putting on the bottom of the fraction? What am I putting on the bottom of the fraction?
180.
180.
Thank you, Jeanette. Haven't heard from Esme in a while. And then the 45 is here. Okay, so now you got to reduce the 45 and the 180, Chris, which is probably what you're struggling with and you need a calculator for. This reduces to 1 over 4. Okay. So really, in order to be able to get that r by itself, I have to get rid of the 4 and the pi. Which one would I get rid of first? Just to clean this up right now, we have 3 pi is equal to r pi, because the only other thing on top is a 1. So it's just r pi over 4. What am I going to get rid of first? Anyone? Esme, somebody. I need to get rid of the pi and the 4. Which one am I going to get rid of first? I'm going to get r by itself.
The pi.
Nah, you could. You could do both of them in one step, but I wouldn't. What's the furthest away from the r? On that
4.
side, the 4. So the opposite of dividing is multiplying. Times 4 times 4. That gives me 12 pi is equal to r pi. So really the only thing left to do is divide both sides by pi. That knocks them out. What is the radius equal to? Kilocare radius equal to. It starts with T and ends with 12.
12.
Good, thank you. One person got that. It was my girl Jeanette. Yeah. She's coming for you, Mikhail. Sector area. Irma, make sure all the kids fill out the attendance link. Hi, Irma.
Wait, can you say that again?
Make sure all the kids fill out the attendance link. There's a link on the board. It was supposed to be for my credit recovery kids, but you guys can fill it out too, so that way I can take attendance.
That's the one that's on the board. It's, I've got it written down here. BIP.ly. The BIP.ly and then backslash Romero stuff.
Here, let's go, Chris. Let's
Put
go.
it in the
Let's go, Chris.
address line. Either one, it'll come up. So BIP.ly backslash Romero stuff.
Ooh. Why did 3 people put the green? Let's see. So this is maybe you used the wrong formula. Let's see. This is sector area. Okay, so sector area. I know I'm going to want to divide by 360 automatically. As Jeanette has told us 3 times today, I know we need to square the radius, so that's 169 pi. And the only thing left is the arc measure, which is 270. Now, this is the part, sadly, that a bunch of you are struggling with, is that you do not know how to reduce fractions. Scientific calculators will do it for you, but if not, you got to know the biggest number I can divide those two by is 90. And since 4 and 169 do not have a common factor, where's my calculator? Haha, Chris, I have a calculator. Oh, man, where'd it go? Chris, are you going to write it down?
What'd you say?
Are you going to write it down first, after school Chipotle, then the calculator store? Write it down.
I have a calculator. I just need to put it in my backpack when I get home.
Okay, so first Chipotle, then calculator and book bag when you get home. 507 pi over 4. Let's see if that works out. And yeah, you guys put 39 pi over 2. Did you do like the arc length formula, or that just happens to be a coincidence that there's only 3 of you guys even answering anymore, so let's see. About 20 minutes left. Ooh, find arc measure. So we're going to have to write an equation here. Looks like they're giving you the sector area, so we're going to use the sector area formula to solve for arc measure. You got 90 seconds for this one, Chris. Extra time. Only 3 people answering? 5 people answering. All right. So this is a sector area problem. I told you that we're using the sector area formula. But the thing is, they're giving me the sector area, so I have to get the formula and make it equal to 18.75 pi equals. The arc measure is what I'm looking for, so I'll make that a variable over, what do I always divide by on sector area? What's always going to be on the bottom? Somebody not named Jeanette, tell me what's always on the bottom for sector area. Maybe my main man, Mikhail, could tell me.
Is it 360?
Thank you, Esme.
Okay.
And then 15 squared is 225. And then put a pi. Okay, you can reduce the 225 with the 360 if you want. That'll make your number smaller. It's up to you. I think they can both be divided by 45. Let's see. Hey, look, Chris. Don't you wish you had one of these? 225 divided by 45 equals, yep, that works. So this becomes a 5, this becomes an 8. So now in order to get the m by itself, I have to get rid of the 5, the pi, and the 8. Which one am I going to get rid of first? Which one am I getting rid of first? 5, pi, or 8? What's the furthest away from
8.
the yeah, good. Yeah, I would do that. I would get rid of the 8. So I'm gonna go times 8 on both sides. Okay. So 8 times 187.5 gives me 1500. So I'm gonna go 1500 pi is gonna be on this side. The 8 already got canceled. So I'm left with just on this side 5 pi. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 pi and with an m. So how do I get rid of the 5 pi? I have m5 pi on the right side. I need to get rid of the 5 pi. How? Como? Mohammed, I haven't heard from you in a while. How do I get rid of the 5 pi? Somebody. Jeez Louise, somebody.
Do you divide?
You would. Yeah, just divide by 5 pi. Thank you. You guys got a test next week already. All this cancels and the pi cancels, and then it's just now 1500 divided by 5, which I believe is going to be 300. Should just be 300. The radius should be 300. So let's take a look, see. 30. Why did they get... Oh, sorry, not radius, arc measure. But why did they get 30? That doesn't seem right. Did I do bad math in my head? Sector. 1500 divided by 5 is 300. Here, let's try that one more time. And then if not, it's the problem's fault. Alright, so 18.75. Maybe when I multiplied, I think that's probably what I did when I multiplied the first time. Maybe I did it wrong. Equals the measure that I'm looking for over 360, and then 225 pi. Instead of reducing now, I'll just do the calculator, because you can just use the calculator too, just to try to speed this up. I know the pi's are going to end up canceling out. 18.75 times 360 equals divided by 225. Oh, it is 30. So I must have made just a calculation error before. So there you go. It is 30. Ooh, Mohammed. He doesn't talk on the Zoom, but he's making a comeback. Ooh, that 38 is a diameter. Keep that in mind. Shaded sector, but that's a diameter. Oof. Let's take a look-see. Like, I'm not sure what's more concerning, that nobody got this one right, or there are only 2 people answered. This is a diameter, and they want sector area. So, unfortunately for the area one, the formula only has radius on it. So what's the radius? What's the radius on a diameter of 38? What's the radius? Guys, I'm just going to wait until I get that. I mean, it's a simple
19.
19, thank you. But as Jeanette has said multiple times today, when it's the area problem, that 19 has to get squared. So 19 squared is what, 361? All right. So I'm going to go 361 pi. Let me make sure. I want to make sure the problem said area too. I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, shaded sector. All right, so 361 pi. For this, you have to have a 360 on the bottom, but it's half the circle that's being shaded. So what's going to go on top? What should that arc measure be if it's half the circle?
180.
Yeah. And really, since it's half the circle, you should know that this reduces to 1/2. So we just end up with 361 pi over 2. Now it looks like they rounded. None of these have pi's in it, so you're going to have to use the calculator. Where's my calculator? 361 times pi equals divided by 2. 567. This is the only one that was close. It's probably just a rounding issue. Okay. Any questions? We'll get it. Just got to keep on doing these over and over again until we get them. Come on, Esme. Catch up, Esme. Arc length. These should be pretty quick. What is the arc length of arc DC? So going from D to C the short way. Alright. So between D and C, how long is it? Alright, well I need the arc measure. How many degrees are there? I know it doesn't look like it says it, but it kinda does. If the one right next to it is 60 and this is half of the circle, how many degrees are there?
120.
It is 120. So 120 over, this is a radius problem, so I'm gonna put 180 over and then just put the 8 next to the pi. You only have to square it when it's sector area. This reduces to 12 over 18, which is 2 over 3. You just divide them by 6. 8 cannot be divided by 3, so it's just 16 pi over 3. Did they put it? So then they put it wrong then. I hate it when because that's wrong then. All of those answers are wrong. That should have been 16. Sorry about that. That's a bad problem. I didn't catch that. Who got lucky on this one? Mohammed did. Alright, let's see. We should probably fit at least 2 more problems in here. APB is congruent to BPC. That's what's going to help you find the arc measure. And then find the length of arc BC. BC is this one here. Alright, 2 people got that one. Alright, let's see if I can just do that one pretty quick. Because I want you to see something here. So if those 2 arcs are the same, we have to get however many degrees are left over and divide by 2, right? So take the 365 in the whole circle and take away the 152 that's already being taken up. Sorry, I said 365. What am I thinking of days and a year? Sorry, 360 minus 152. That's going to give me, 208? And 208 divided by 2 is 104. So I'm going to have 104 degrees. This is a radius problem, right? Because arc length, yep, arc length. So over 180, radius is 4 pi. So now we need to have a reducing party with all of our reducing friends. The 4 and the 180, I know that can be divided by 4, and that gives me 45 down here, and that 4 just cancels out completely. 104 and 45, I don't think they have a common factor, because it can't be divided by 5, can't be divided by 3. Yeah, it's just going to be 104 pi over 45. Please tell me that's there. Yeah, good. At least that one was right. All right, last question. Whoever's in the lead after this one, Mikhail's making a comeback. Here comes Chris. Whoever's the top 3 are the ones that get the points for the week. Find sector area. These should be easy numbers here. And it looks like they rounded. Come on, let's end strong here. Alright, I guess that's one of the better ones today. Let me just go over because this is the last one. I can go over it here. I clicked the wrong button, but I remember it was a 45. Okay, and it's a sector area, so that was 360. Times the radius was 10, right? So I have to square it because it's area. Is that correct? So it should have been that. This 0 can cancel out this 0. 45 and 36 can be divided by 3. Or no, by 9. By 9. So this becomes a 5, and this becomes a 4. So right now we have 5 over 4 times 10 pi. The 10 can be divided by 2, which is 5. So we end up with 25 pi over 2. And that one was rounded, right? I still got time. Where's my calculator? (25) times pi equals divided by 2. So the answer there should have been 39.2. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. It should have been around 39.2. Does anybody have any questions for me before I go? So Chris, your comeback was at least complete. You made it to the top 3. I will take a picture of this. And so Mikhail gets 30 extra points. Muhammad gets, Mikhail made it to the top. That's good. Muhammad gets 20 extra, and Christian gets 10. Any questions for me before we go? Alright, I'll be back in school tomorrow, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.